Welcome to the Jan Meeuwsen Garden Show on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC. It's your opportunity to learn more about your garden and your yard, about dealing with pests, and about taking care of the birds. You can be part of the show with your questions at 395-1450. That's 395-1450. And now, from DeBruyn Seeds on Washington Avenue in Zeeland, here's the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
And good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day. I don't know if we are going to get that rain there, but it's a gorgeous day. I thought after listening to the weather here that the Tigers game that's going to, interrupt me at the end will be rained out, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for anybody to be outside in the garden, in the yard doing something. A great day. A little chilly, but hey, that's spring. So what can we say? What's new at DeBruyn's? Well, we have, I've got all this stuff written down. We've got a bunch of plants in, but we didn't put them out today. It was too windy and it was a little chilly this morning. So hopefully all the plants will be out on Monday, kind of depending on the weather. We have some hanging baskets, we've got flowers, and we've got everything. But wait until next week. We've got a little chilly spot coming up this weekend. I don't want to expose all the plants to that. So hopefully next Monday, Tuesday at the latest, they will be out. But we do have the grape plants and some look like blueberry bushes out there this morning. We still have pansies out there. We have strawberry plants, the Texas sweet onion plants. We still have some of them left, so don't worry. We have purple asparagus roots left. That is it, only purple. There's no green. We've got garlic. We've got, of course, seed potatoes, white, yellow, red, purple, blue, whatever color you want. Fingerlings, regular potatoes, red, those thin-skinned red potatoes. We've got them all. Time to get them and put them in the ground, as well as onion sets. We've got those too. Onion sets make great green onions if you like those, or they make a nice sized, not huge, but a nice sized storage onion that you can use over the course of the winter. Texas sweet onion plants, while they make a wonderful sweet onion, it doesn't last. It doesn't store near as well as the onion sets. So, but definitely do them. They're so much fun. And you can also make those into green onions. They make a wonderful green onion, almost kind of a sweet flavor to it. Just a really nice thing. So, if you're thinking about trying something different this year, the onion plants, I don't think anything could be easier. You just make a hole in the ground with your finger and stick the plant in, and that's it. That's all we do. And we just go right down. And with onion sets too, the little bulb, I just use my finger, put it in, and then put the bulb in and cover it up. Very easy to do. Don't need really any kind of equipment. As long as you've got nice friable soil, it works well. So, just think about doing stuff like that. Garlic, again, we have that. It's kind of near the end of the time to plant that, but we still have some that we can plant. If you plant it now, you probably would harvest it next year. There are some, we get the garlic in the fall also, and you plant it then you harvest it this summer. So it's one of those longer things to do, but hey, really fun to do, easy to do. And of course, we have lots and lots of seeds. Yes, seeds, garden seeds, vegetable seeds, flower seeds, wildflower seeds, grass seed. We've got it all. Bird seed. We've got all kinds of seeds at the store. So join half of your neighbors there today. It's a busy time over there at DeBruyn's this morning. There's the beekeepers, the pollinator club at MSU is doing a bunch of really cool different presentations over the course of the summer. And one of the ones that they're going to do is beekeeping workshop for veterinarians, vet students, and veterinary technicians. and that's going to be in Lansing on June 10. It does last the whole day. I think it starts at 8 and it goes till 1. Well, it doesn't last the whole day, but lunch is included. And you get to, look at hives, learn about hives. A lot of veterinarians, I never did anything with bees when I was in school. But I think it's part of the curriculum now at MSU is this type of class. So it'll kind of explain a lot of the beekeeping things that, before we just had to, kind of depend on the beekeeping clubs to learn. So hopefully the veterinarians can come out and, look at your hives and diagnose what's wrong. So that's kind of fun. You have to be a licensed veterinarian, currently enrolled in vet school, or a practicing vet tech. This is only for them. So if you're one of them and you want to learn about bees, they do have some what do they call, some jackets for you. But you have to remember they don't guarantee you will not get stung. And if you have ever experienced an allergic reaction to an insect sting, you must receive clearance from a medical professional and the program instructor prior to the event. So if you're allergic to bees like me, you can't do this. But I think, if you are a veterinarian or a vet tech, this one might be kind of an interesting one. And keep your eyes on the Pollinator Club over there at MSU, because they are doing all kinds of things like that this year. So I thought it would be kind of fun. Aid for Puerto Rico, still got to remember that, still going on. If you have any expired or medications that you didn't finish, or just any medications you didn't finish, either for your pet or for you, I will gladly take them in. I ship it down to Island Dogs and Gato in Puerto Rico. They always appreciate all the stuff we got. I hate, if your animal has died, I will gladly take all their medication, because I know you can't bring it back. And some dog will use it and it will be put to good use. So, if you want to just bring it over to DeBruyn's, just tell the guys at the desk that it is for Puerto Rico, and they know where to go. Questions of the week, and as he was walking out of here, Brent Kerwacker from Money Matters. First, can I overseed grass today? Yes, you can. You can put down grass seed. You have my permission to do this right now. You need 5 pounds of grass seed for every 1,000 square feet. So 1 pound of grass will cover 200 square feet. That's like the size of a garage. So yes, you can do that. The soil temperature is still a little chilly, but once it warms up, it will lie dormant until then. We need to stop and take a break, but we will be right back.
Let's get back to the Jan Meeuwsen Garden Show. Call the Master Gardener from DeBruyn Seeds in Zeeland now at 395-1450. Once again, here's Jan Meeuwsen.
And we are back. The phone lines are open, 616-395-1450. Wow, could not remember that. Okay, 616-395-1450 is the number to call if you want to get on the Garden Hour. We're going to talk about, spring is slowly getting warmer. I checked the soil temperature this morning. It's 49.7 degrees. So it's getting there after a cold weekend, though I don't know if it's going to really, I'm just waiting for it to hit 50. And stay there. That would be, we've been at 49 for so long. But when you bring out your vegetable plants, say you're thinking about, I did some broccoli and I'm going to bring it out. And now we've got a phone call. Good morning. You're on the Garden Hour.
Yes, I've got a question. Last year you said something about a spray that you could make at home with whole milk and I don't know how much water.
For fungal problems on your plants?
On phlox. My phlox always has that mildew on it.
Yes. I would take whole milk. Don't do low fat for this one, but whole milk. And actually, I would do, if you did a cup of milk, I would do a cup of water and spray that on your plant.
Oh, even amount.
Yeah, even amount. You bet.
Oh, yeah. And there's another question I had. What about all these stones? I live in a condo, and when we moved there, they had all these stones around,
Yeah.
on top of plastic. And are stones able to be like mulch, or it's good to pull them back from the plant?
Pull them back from the plants a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't get them right next to them. I've got stones in my front, and I've got lots of plants there, but I make sure they're not, so the plants can come up through there. Otherwise, it's quite a deal for, let's say, a hosta to come up through the stone.
Right. They keep moving,
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay. Well, very good. Thank you for the answers.
You're welcome. And yes, the phone lines are open, 616-395-1450. I don't know why that number just is not tattooed in my head right now, but it will be yours. 616-395-1450 is the number to call. And I was talking about hardening off your plants when you first bring them outside. You've got your broccoli and your cabbage plants. This might be the time to bring them outside, but you can't just bring them outside and dump them in the ground and hope that they'll survive, because they probably won't. You need to harden them off. You need to get them used to being outside. So what we do is we take them outside and put them in a sheltered spot so they're not going to be hit by the wind. And the wind, lately has been kind of rough on things. So put them in a place kind of sheltered from the wind, and when the sun is shining, and keep them there like 4 hours for a day for the first couple of days, and gradually increase the time, and do that for about a week. So the plants will get used to being outside in the weather, and they can handle it. So don't just set them out, bring them out, and plant them in the ground. Please do harden them off, so they get acclimated to their new home. And don't be surprised that your plants don't grow too much until it's consistently warm outside. You could probably put a tomato plant in right now, if it was 50 degrees, but I'll tell you, it won't do anything until the soil temperature gets up to 70. So we've got a ways to go before we can put a lot of things in the ground. So, it's something that, people always want to get that tomato plant in the ground quick because they want the earliest tomato. I'm not quite sure. I've never caught that bug, but, if you want an early tomato, it's probably best to put it in a, 5-gallon pot, bucket, and then, keep it right in the sunshine. That might get you their first tomato quicker than putting it in the ground right now. So, yes, do keep that in mind. There's things that you can plant right now. You can put peas in right now. I've put my peas in. You can put pansies and strawberries in right now. You can put lettuce, spinach, the greens, onions you can put in now. Potatoes you can put in now. You could probably put some of your carrots, beets, some of your root vegetables in now also. I'm in no hurry to put the root vegetables in yet because the ground is still a little bit chilly. I'd rather be consistently into the 50-degree mark before you put those in. But there's enough that you can put in, and hopefully, you've got your peas put in. I put mine in. They're coming up. I can see the little tops of their little heads right now. So they're coming up, I'm happy to say. I had so many pansies survive from last fall that I hate to dig them up because they look so pretty. And that's where my onions go. And so they're not getting put in right now because the pansies look too nice. And I know if I try to transplant them, they won't transplant well. So, and I hate digging up something that still looks good. Maybe I should just harvest all the flowers and and to eat them or something, or candy them or sugar them or something. I don't know, but they look so pretty right now. They look better now than they did last fall. I've got some yellow pansies that are twice the size they were last fall. I have no idea where that came from, but they look wonderful. Um, so yeah, but I'll tell you, the pansies we've got at DeBruyn's right now are absolutely beautiful too, and they're loving this weather outside. They just kind of smile at you, even when the cold wind is blowing over them. They don't seem to care, so that's kind of nice. All right, now I see a lot of people are mulching out there. And mulch is a great thing to put down in the summer or in the spring. Make sure you kind of refresh your flower beds, landscape beds around the house. A good 2 inches of mulch is good. It's sufficient to put down around your plants. Again, you don't touch the plants with the mulch. You pull them back from that. That works the best. And you can put that down right now. Once you put the mulch down, when you've got it down and everything is planted in the beds and ready to go, that's when you put the preen down to prevent weeds from growing up in there. You don't put preen down first. You put it on top of the mulch, and it forms a kind of like a blanket over top of the mulch. So that's how you work the preen. Make sure you don't put it down first. Make sure it's like the last thing you do is put preen down once you've got everything, all the weeds out of there and everything's all nice and clean. Then you put the preen down to prevent more weeds from coming up. If you decide you want to change something and you dig up a perennial or whatever and put something else in its place, reapply the preen because you've disturbed the blanket around everything. So reapply the preen where you just disturbed the area. Preen works fantastic. It works for about 3 months unless you get the more expensive extended control preen. I usually do my preen this time of year, and then I do it again around the 4th of July. And then if it's really looking like it's going to be a long fall, I might do it again in September. And it really keeps the weeds down. I don't have to sit there with, I love walking around with my bottle of crabgrass destroyer with a little handle on it and do a little wand action and kill weeds. And you know what? It's kind of nice that I don't have to do that in the flower bed because you never know when that's going to spray is going to carry and kill something else. So the preen works fabulously. So get the preen down. Yes, and make sure you do it on top of the mulch. And you can put it down on top of rocks. I've done that already too on my front. And it once it's watered in, it just gets in there and it forms that barrier. So again, preen top of the mulch. We have to stop. The news is next, and we will be back with the garden show after that happens.
Let's get back to the Jan Meeuwsen Garden Show. Call the Master Gardener from DeBruyn Seeds in Zeeland now at 395-1450. Once again, here's Jan Meeuwsen.
We're back. Phone lines are open. We have about 8 minutes yet before we have to go to the Tigers game. The phone number is 616-395-1450, 616-395-1450 number to call. I wanted to do the DeBruyn tip of the week right now. A lot of people are wanting to kill broadleaf weeds in their lawns right now. They're walking around, and I get ya. I see dandelions by the gazillion out there, but it isn't a good idea because all the broadleaf weed killers really require warmer temperatures than what we have right now. Once the temperatures are consistently 65 and up, you can do the broadleaf weed control. Right now, the cooler temperatures, cooler soil temperature, we do crabgrass. So the mnemonic that we're going to learn for this is warm weather weed killers, cool weather crabicide. So crabicide goes with cool. All of the broadleaf weeds go with the warm weather. So, and the reason for the warm weather is you put it on and it has to be absorbed through the leaf of the stem of these plants, of these weeds. And I'll tell you, at 40 degrees in the morning, and even when it's 50 and the wind is blowing, those pores aren't open. And if the pores aren't open of the plant, that weed killer is not going to get inside to kill it. So we do want warmer temperatures for that. And I'm sorry for all those people with all of those dandelions. And I'll tell you, coming to work this morning, I saw more yellow than I saw anything else. And it wasn't daffodils. It was lots and lots of dandelions. So sorry, I wish the weather were warmer. You might get, if it's a place in the sun and out of the wind, you might be able to get some of them. But the weekend temperatures are not saying, oh yes, let's put down weed killers and kill those things. No, you still have time to put down crabicide, which should tell you something. So at 49.7 degree soil temperature, crabicide still can be put down. This has been one long crabgrass season, which is kind of nice for us. Crabgrass does not germinate until the soil temperatures are consistently between 60 and 70 degrees. And us being at 49, we're a long way away from that. So you still got time to get that crabgrass preventer in the ground and working once it gets to 60 to 70 degrees. I never thought May, usually tulip time, we're laughing at people putting down crabicide, but we're not laughing this year. We're saying go ahead and do it. We normally don't, but it's all related to the ground temperature. We are saying you can put down grass seed, although it's not going to germinate right now. It will lie dormant until the soil tells it to start to germinate. So we don't have to even think about the timing that way. I always like it when you don't have to worry about the timing. So you can put down the grass seed now. Lots of people are putting down their lawns now, or fixing up all those, those snowplow little mistakes there. You can do that right now. 5 pounds for every 1,000, or 1 pound for every 200 square feet. And you need to, after you put the grass seed down, it's best if you can kind of rake it in very lightly, because you want to incorporate it in the top 1/8 inch of soil. You don't want it just sitting on top of grass or weeds or anything. You need to incorporate that in the top 1/8 inch of soil for it to actually grow and actually continue to grow. And you can throw it on the top of old grass or whatever, and it will start to grow, but then it will die because the roots can't get anywhere. So it's like that old Scott's commercial with their grass seed that would grow on top of cement. Well, they've got this grass seed and it's coated with something which gives it its nutrients and its water. So yes, it will grow, and might grow up 2-3 inches tall, but it's not going to stay there. But I don't know. I guess Scott's thought we were all too stupid to figure that one out. But hey, we're not. We got that. Liquid fence right now that is saving my tulips out in my front yard. I spray them down. And also I put them, the tulips are right next to St. Francis out there. I think St. Francis is helping them out. So I think it was the combination of the two, of the liquid fence plus St. Francis. It might be, I don't know. But if you've got your tulips coming up and like your arborvitaes right now, the deer still are eating those things. So, keep an eye out there. Do a walk around the lawn every once in a while and see what they're eating. Hemlock woolly adelgids, I've got all kinds of people calling me that they're seeing those little white fuzzy things up in the tree, right where it hits the twig, and then there's a little branch off that. There's little tiny little puffs of white. looks like you should be able to just scrape them on off. You can't. They're underneath that white. They're kind of like in armor there. So the bio-advanced tree and shrub that you put around the base of the tree, that works the best. It gets up into the tree and it will kill them. It if they're not a hard thing to kill, so I would get it down now so it can get up into the tree. These little guys can kill a tree. They look so cute because they're white and fuzzy, but they can kill your hemlock trees. And so I had someone this week that talked to that had probably a 200-year-old hemlock tree, and he didn't want to lose it. And I went, yeah, you need to get the bio-advanced tree and shrub down there now, as soon as possible. And I know it's good for 3 years, but I think I would do it next year too, just to be on the safe side. They're carried by the birds, they're carried by the wind. So if there's anybody that's got it near you, you've probably got it too. I put the bio-advanced tree and shrub around my hemlock trees every year. I haven't had a problem yet. I don't see them. I take my binoculars and I'm sitting there looking up in the tree. I don't see anything yet. So I'm very happy. I don't want to have to take down a tree, and that's expensive. And then you got to figure out what you're going to do with all of that wood. And oh no, it's it might be, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. It's not the most expensive, but it sure beats, the expense of cutting a tree down, a full-grown tree down in your yard. And who wants to, cut down a tree? That's horrible. So, you lose all that shade in the summer. Oh, it's just not right. So get that bio-advanced tree and shrub out there now. In the spring, this is the perfect time of year to get that down. A lot of people are asking me, can I transplant my shrubs or buy some new shrubs? And yes, of course you can. Especially, things that are going to be in the ground permanently, like perennials, they're used to this kind of temperature. So don't worry about them. Just like strawberries, don't worry about it. You can put those in the ground right now. That won't kill them at all. But do take care of them. You do need to water them and take care of them, especially the first year that they're in. They're little babies, even your little trees and shrubs that you put in. So, take care of them extra special. Fruit trees, you need to get fruit tree spray on. The only time fruit tree spray is not acceptable is when the tree is in full bloom, so you don't kill off all the pollinators. So get that fruit tree spray, and on a schedule during the summer. It takes care of fungal problems, it takes care of diseases, it takes care of mites, and it takes care of insects. So fruit tree spray is a wonderful thing. Even if you've got just two, backyard apple trees or whatever, the fruit tree spray will make it so they're absolutely useful. A fruit that you get off of that. Well, Adam is telling me it's almost time to go play baseball, so I will remind people that I will be back here on Tuesday morning at 8:35 with Dan for the garden party, and then it changes over to Gary at 10 o'clock on Talk of the Town for the garden hour. I'm getting this correct now. And then I will be back here next Saturday at 11:05 for the garden show. I've got it all right. I finally got this down. I think I might be able to do this for a while. I'm so proud of myself. But hey, what do you say? But I will be back Tuesday morning to answer all your questions. Get the best questions out there that you can. Love to answer the gardening questions, even if I have to sit there and look it up while I'm at DeBruyn's. And you can give me a call at DeBruyn's, 616-772-2316 for the phone number there. I'm there most of the time. If not, the guys can take a message and I can give you a call back. I don't mind doing that either. So, yes, let me know. Give me a call, or you can wait till next Tuesday morning or next Saturday right here on the Garden Show. So until then, go green.
You've been listening to the Jan Meeuwsen Garden Show on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com. If you wish to hear this or other programs hosted by the Master Gardener from DeBruyn Seeds in Zeeland, check out the podcast section of our website, WHTC.com, and listen or download for free. The Jan Meeuwsen Garden Show is a presentation of 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.